G'day and welcome to this elimination match, lower bracket, ESL 1 Stockholm between Beastcoast and BetBoom team. Beastcoast, of course, Whisper, Schofield, Stinger, K1, and Chris Luck. And BetBoom, captained by Seneko, with Notice, Force Major, Lal, and Dahak. Now, our initial bans coming out from Beastcoast, Visage and Storm. Visage, of course, is a targeted ban against Dahak. Dahak is somewhat of an unusual carry player when it comes to Dota POS 1s. In fact, this Nature's Prophet could even be Dahak POS 1 Nature's Prophet, and this CK could even be some sort of POS 3 or support CK at this point. I mean, the picks and bans are coming out thick and fast. Normally we have time to talk about them, but not so much right now. Storm was also banned, of course, just very strong this patch. Null Tally Rush, and away you go. Other bans, Wisp and Pangolier. Pangolier and Bloodseeker have been the
5 seconds remaining.
The sort of the tango, the picks and bans of Pangolier and Bloodseeker. But this game, in fact, both Pangolier and Bloodseeker will be banned out. IO being removed just for the global presence and ability to farm the map more efficiently and to control when you want to engage with your carry. On the side of BetBoom, they banned out the Timbersaw. Of course, this is a strength meta patch, so Timbersaw is just getting first banned. If you plan on picking any or all strength heroes, then get rid of that Timbersaw just to make your life a little bit easier. Snapfire, been a meta support and also offlaner, particularly with that Blink Shard build, or even going into the Deso / crit late game damage build with the right click machine gun build and just killing everything. Divine Rapiers as well if you're really that keen. Batrider being banned out, which does make me consider things like Necrophos,
5 seconds
Bloodseeker as I already called, and TA. So the picks at the moment for Beastcoast: Tiny, very strong strength hero, meta right now, can be played in most positions. It can be a POS 1, a 2, maybe even a 4 or probably not a 5. 1, 2 or 4 are probably the main positions Tiny has been played in. And last time Beastcoast picked Tiny, I believe it was Schofield or Gajira who played Tiny and played him as a POS 4. And maybe even picked Tiny again later in that series and played him on it as a core. Grimstroke, very strong with the leash, being able to lock down elusive heroes. But the silence being undispellable as such is very strong as well. Good laner and good pairing with a hero like a Tiny. Put that Inkswell onto the Tiny. Tiny blinks in, gets the combo off. Inkswell flows up as well, and you get a huge amount of lockdown. Grimstroke also very good with heroes like Tusk for that snowball in with the Inkswell, and away you go. And just further controlling where they can and can't go. You have the leash now from the Grimstroke. You also have the shards from the Tusk, just limiting the movement that BetBoom will be able to do. So looking at our picks and bans still to come, Chatty Shaman being got rid of, Hex incredibly strong, but the wards, of course, being able to take Roche really early now. The wards incredibly strong, wards against Roche, so that hero is being taken out of the pool. And of course the TA, very strong meta hero. Refraction charge, if you can get to that level 25 with the plus 8 or 9 refraction charges, you just feel pretty unkillable and a real assassin at that point. So I think BetBoom might pick up a couple of supports here, unless the Chaos Knight and Nature's Prophet do turn out to be the support duo, which I highly doubt. But a couple of supports. Pugna, a bit of a flex pick as well. Immediate 2 picks. So Pugna and Leshrac. Pugna, if you want to play that from the support role, you quickly level up that Nether Ward. That seems to be in the meta right now, and you just are incredibly annoying in lane. Particularly if you're against any hero that wants to cast any spells.
5 seconds remaining.
That Nether Ward is just so hard to deal with. particularly if you have another strong laning partner with the Pugna, paired with the Pugna, then you can't get to the ward to kill it. I mean, if you're going to hit the ward, you're going to take a lot of damage, and it's going to be back up again before you know it. Leshrac being pulled out of the mix here as well. I mean, you got Sprout into Split Earth, strong combo. I mean, Sprout you can get out of until you get the Shard, you get the Greater Treants. But also, I mean, Leshrac with Pugna in general, with the Decrepify, is going to be a lot of damage coming through. Chaos Bolt as well is a good setup for that Split Earth. And at the moment, the side of BetBoom have an incredible amount of damage. CK, whether he's running in a 1 or a 3 roll, lots of damage. You get those illusions out and you can just blow up pretty much anyone. Nature's Prophet is a strong right-clicking hero. He's going to get a lot of farm. Pugna deals with damage on towers, deals damage on heroes. He's a very quick little skelly boy. Leshrac just deals damage to like the whole map. So lots of damage on that side. So far on the side of BetBoom, you've got a Spectre being picked up next. And Spectre is not known for its
10 seconds remaining.
Or how would I say this? Its fast tempo until you get some items. And then if you get that Ags online, then you can really pick up the pace and just be everywhere on the map all the time. But until you become a threat, Spectre is really quite a liability on the map. Of course, you get the Haunt. You might be able to use the Haunt every 160 seconds or so. And away you go. You might get a kill and go back to farming. But it is hard to have a strong impact as a Spectre Pos 1 early on in the game. But that's why we have this Tiny and this Tusk that are going to be making tons of space. Void Spirit does get banned out along with the Underlord. Underlord seems to be a very popular last ban for quite a few teams. Just like, yeah, and oh, that's right. It's like they're going along, they're banning, and like, oh, and Underlord. We definitely don't want anything to do with Underlord. We need to get rid of that hero. It's an Undying last pick. Oh, I like it. Ooh, I like it. I like it a lot. Look at these heroes that are going to hate missing their strength. Oh, man.
10 seconds remaining.
Is this a core Undying? This is a mid if this is a mid Undying when there's a Leshrac and a Pugna already on the team, then I'm going to be shocked. I mean, I don't know enough about BetBoom's drafting to know who's going to be on what tier, but I do know about BetBoom that they are a little unconventional with what heroes they play on what roles. The Beastcoast is looking for a final pick mid. Although Tiny could be mid. I would say Tiny actually is mid, so maybe looking for an offlaner. You've got a fair bit of front line. Maybe just want a bit of burst damage, perhaps. Maybe burst damage, or if you just want to go full in on the sustain. Yeah. Setting it up. That's definitely burst from the Beastmaster with the Raw. Be able to lock someone down for that long duration and having the attack speed buff plus the summons, and you should be up and away. The Huck will be playing that Nature's Prophet, as I called that early on in the draft. That is a 3 CK. Force Mage is going to be taking the 4 Pugna. Lal will have the 2 Leshrac, and Snako is the 5 Undying. Makes quite a lot of sense. Over on the side of Beastcoast, Whisper will be taking that Beastmaster to the offlane. K1, carry Spectre. And Chris Luck will be going mid with the Tiny. Of course, Gajira and Stinger as well on the sports. Stinger is the Pos 5. So looking at lane combinations, we're going to have a Spectre and a Grimstroke. I mean, it's not terrible. You can get the dagger out with the catch up with the Inkswell, and you might actually be able to do something against maybe even Pugna if you get the stun off. An interesting lane. I would say it's probably CK Pugna favored because they're just going to have the more reliable sustain and harass. In the opposite safe lane, Beastmaster and Tusk, 2 melee heroes up against the Undying. That's got to feel really good for the Undying. And the Nature's Prophet. I mean, I think that lane favors possibly BetBoom as well. At the moment, both side lanes looking to favor BetBoom, and really in the mid lane, Leshrac up against the Tiny. I mean, it's a range. It's a Leshrac against a melee hero, so it's gonna be rough for the Tiny. But Tiny does have a lot of base damage and a lot of HP, so should be able to sustain quite a lot of harass. A little bit of all chat coming out before the game. Good luck, have fun, boys. Good luck. K1 fan here. The Dahak showing his appreciation for the opposition carry. So that's going to be quite interesting. And we're seeing the meta at the moment is not much regen on cores. I mean, look at this. Bracer, Iron Branch. Robe of the Magi, 3 Iron Branches. 4 Iron Branches and 1 Tango, 1 Fairy Fire. I mean, this is the meta right now. To just go all in and on stats off the bat and don't even get any regen. Just rely on your supports or send it out later. Similarly, yeah, just the ones that are tangos, but not as greedy. I mean, they got Quilling Blade, so we'll have a lot of damage. 1 tango on the Spectre, not the full greed that we're seeing on the other side, but as I said, the lanes did seem to favor the side of BetBoom. Boots first. Seems to be a little bit predictable coming out from Gajira from the games I've seen. He does head up with the boots first, up the side lane, and does try to get a deep ward out pretty soon. I'm just trying to see... Undying, there he is. Undying has got the Sage's Mask, Ring of Protection first. No, that's not Undying, that's Beastmaster. I was going to say, what? What? Quelling Blade on... Undying's on the other team. Beastmaster with the Quelling Blade. So he'll be able to last it nice and easily in his lane. So smoke coming out from the side of East Coast. Probably just to get the wards out. We do see a ward on Chris Luck. Once again, a nice ward off the bat first. And it does look like he will get it without being spotted. Where's he going to try for? Will the smoke pop? Yes, it will. And he won't place the ward. He won't place the ward. Maybe a little bit of mind games there. Wood does get placed on the top side by Jira. I wish I knew if Gajira wants to go by the name of Gajira or Schofield. I wish I knew that. I'm just gonna have to go with Gajira for now, even though I'm changing Chris Luck's name from C Smile to Chris Luck. I mean, I just like Chris Luck better, isn't it? Sounds better than C Smile. Apologies, C Smile, if you have changed your name officially, but on the Wikipedia, it's still saying Chris Luck, and that's the name that I know that player by. Top lane, they may have a suspicion that there is a ward around. Green's being summoned just to contest the runes. Dagger being thrown, get bottom, so would have stun. Oh, did Stinger actually get it? Stinger got the rune. It will just be 2 runes apiece, but Notice just had to stun a moment earlier and he would have got the rune and the harass. Stinger looks like he's deciding whether he wants to go back to base right now. What's he thinking? He's just chilling for the time being. Okay, let's have a look and see how this early game pans out. So, mid lane, we have Chris Luck on the Tiny up against Lal on the Leshrac Split Earth level 1. Of course, with the Trito, get that extra damage and lasting ability. Top lane, Seneko and Dahak are going to be having an absolute ball against Whisper and Gajira. 2 melee heroes against an Undying. He is just absolutely loving it. And a Nature's Prophet with Treant. So they're just not going to be able to do anything in this lane. And then we have the creep. The creep, look at this. It's just, who's going to have more patience? Who's going to have more patience? He will pull it back to these creeps, but that will allow him to pull the creeps around the back. Actually, no, they're just going to pull it here and be happy with this situation. I mean, the Treants are dying, but they aren't too much gold. Neko has got 3 mangoes plus the tangos. He is going to be able to spam out those Ks for a long time to come. Bottom lane, K1 and Stinger on the side of Beastcoast up against Force Major and Notice. Now, as I called in the draft, this seems to be quite a hard lane for the Spectre and the Grimstroke. Just off first look, I would say that it's going to favor the side of BetBoom. In fact, all lanes, I think at this point, are going to be favoring the side of BetBoom. In terms of just general harass and last hitting, we'll see how it turns out. Of course, individual play and skill of the team comes into it as well, which will affect it. Water Runes have spawned. Both mid players are just lasting for the time being, leaving them be. Snako just playing with the creep equilibrium a little bit in this small camp. Trying to get this last hit, he will get it. Gets it off Jakira. Double to K, you love to see it. 800 health. 69 damage. Nice. And he's just beating into Whisper right now. Baiting the crew a little bit. And look, all the regen. All the regen that Snako is bringing out. If you want to come close to this creep, I'm gonna whack you for it. Give that to K. Bottom lane, things still seem calm. And there's that level 1 Netherwood. And you want to cast a dagger? You want to cast it? Oh, he lives! Level 1 in Dispersion. Okay, Stinger is still getting chased down. K1 will make it out. You saw the work that level 1 Netherwood did. I mean, there's going to be a heal. First blood is possibly going to be on this bottom lane. Have to keep an eye on Stinger. It looks like he's going back to base, but Vector is going to be left alone now. And once they have their spells up again, K1 could be in problems. Top lane, Undying, with Snako playing Undying, is just having an absolute ball. Couldn't have asked for a better lane for an Undying, 5 Undying to be against. A little bit harder now that the boars are level 2. But still, I mean, they're never going to want to fight into an Undying Tombstone in this lane. It's going to be very, very difficult. K1 is just getting zoned right now. Force Major is just giving them the slaps. Click, click, clickety, click, 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 clickety, click, click, clickety, click, click, click. Morse code of clicking. Here we go. Doesn't commit the Netherwood. Oh. Just gonna keep clicking down. Oh! And he gets the first blood with the last right click. I think that was a high damage roll. I think that was a high damage roll there from the Pugner. And as I predicted, bottom lane, they are having trouble. Boast, highest last hits at the moment. The Huck and Noticed. So they're winning both top and bottom. And mid lane is even. 18 last hits each. That same similar denies. So mid lane is going even, but both side lanes are going at the moment to the side of BetBoom. I mean, this is what the CK can do. You have this Kel Strike, this heal, and you can just hit the Spectre. And what is it that the Spectre's going to do? He can't really trade back. He's got level 2 in Dispersion. So he's reflecting 12% of damage, but it's just not going to be enough right now. And Dahak is just having a dream. Power Treads over on the int, ready already, plus the 3 Iron Branches. This guy got 75 base damage, 340 movement speed, 5 armor. This guy's ready to fight and brawl in this lane. Dahak is going to be an absolute madman. Gajira is mid. Toss, coming back in. Stun. Split Earth. Tombstone rotation. Chippy in from Dahak. Lal is still living. He's going to go for the kill. He's kicking. The double he's going off and he will live. Lal. It's a 4-man rotation. It's a 4-man rotation from the side of BetBoom that they kill 2 and they keep their mid laner alive. And here, have the regen. Heal him up. Have a salve. Have a clarity. Open that mouth. That was a tombstone committed. The global teleport comes in from Dahak. I called it. This guy's ready to brawl. Level 1 in Sprout, saving Lal from that rotation. And we have a level 3 Diabolic Edict just taking this tower down. And this is the Nature's Prophet with the catapult. I mean, this tower is dead. He's getting at the last kill. Over on the side, stun will come out like the Grimstroke. With the Ink Swell, we'll get the counter stun. But at the end of the day, I think everyone's just going to walk away. Chris Luck is feeling lucky. He's got level 3 in Avalanche. He's going in. He's got combo. He's going in. He might pay with it for his life. He doesn't get the kill on Lal. It's not enough damage. And Lal lives again. This guy's got 9 lives. He may as well be playing a cat. Dahak moving straight in for that Shadow Blade. Making him a little bit slippery to catch, but also lets him set up on enemy heroes around the map. K1 is just having an issue. He's having issues. If we compare, what are we at? Spectre 23 last hits to 37. He's having a rough time. Yeah, he's got some efficient stat items together, Spectre, to try and hit some creeps, but you know, it's just not at all efficient compared to what the Nature's Prophet or the CK are doing right now. CK is on the lane. Lane creeps are worth a lot more than jungle creeps. Does give himself +6 all stats. Might help him a little bit. The side of BetBoom just maybe losing out on efficiency right now a little bit. No one's on the top lane. Beastmaster did end up taking the tower. I mean, you'd much prefer to lose your safe lane tower than your mid tower, because Crystal standing in this middle lane is just a little bit risky right now. I mean, okay. I didn't expect CK just to kill Spectre solo. I mean, Snako wasn't even here. He just killed him solo.
Not much good's happening.
G'day, Ragnar. How are you today, good sir? Oh, Lyle coming in with the Split Earth, and that'll be an easy kill off over the Stinger. The Grimstroke will fall. And with the Catapult, with this rotation again, with the level 4 Diabolic Edict, this tower is just melting. How am I today, Ragnar? I'm fantastic, dude. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Mid lane, TPs are coming in. Raw's going to come out. Sprout to save. The old bunker strat. Tombstone has been dropped, but Beastcoast are walking away. Force Major is on Gajira. Rest of this fight seems to have split up. Snakeo's here as well. Gajira's actually gonna die. The last right click uphill. They will know there's a ward here. They will know there's a ward here, and that should be a free D ward for the side of Beastcoast, but it does secure them the kill. I was just thinking that last right click uphill was gonna miss. I could see the miss coming, but it did end up hitting. Noticed is just free bottom. Look at this. This offlane CK feels right now like a safe lane CK. Like, look at this. He is top of the last hits. Is he just gonna kill Spectre? He's gonna do a pretty good job. I mean, the Huck's here. K1's just gonna be forced back to the base. He's going all the way home. He's level 5. He's not even level 6 yet. Notice he's level 8. Like, this Spectre, as I said in the draft, you just feel really weak early. You just can't do anything. You need a really strong lane partner to help you get at least trading even in the early game. But the Hawk, he's farming all over the map. He's got level 4 Treants. Working. He's almost at the Shadow Blade. Look at where Noticed is farming right this. This CK is absolutely fearless. He's farming the entire jungle of Beast Coast. Stinger's going to get a ward up, but I mean, Stinger, this could not be good for you. You need to be careful. You know where the ward, I feel like he knows there's a ward up on this high ground, but he didn't want to get too close. That would have been a bit of a feed if he'd walked too close there. He is stacking though. Will he get it? Stinger? Yes, he does. Quality support, stacking for his cause. Top lane, Sineko and Lal are moving through their own jungle. Lal's just going to efficiently take some jungle creeps. Whisper's doing the same. This is one game I can't play, lol, Ragnar McLeod. Yeah, it is a tricky game. But feel free to hang around, and I'm commentating at the moment, casting. This is a pro match in the Stockholm Major between BetBoom and Beastcoast, so lower bracket elimination. So whoever loses this is going home from the tournament. Yeah, so normally I'd be playing a bit, but there's a pro tournament at the moment, so do a little bit of casting for a bit of fun. Wasn't concentrating. Top lane. Snowball coming out, but he will get caught with the Pulse Nova afterwards. No escape there. And that's actually 2 kills over the side of BetBoom. BetBoom are just starting to walk away with this game. They're 8 kills to nothing. Stack here? How did that not stack? Hello? Gaben? I would be confused if I was Snako right now. That surely was meant to stack right then. So not only did BetBoom have the advantage in the lane, they've transitioned that advantage into the mid-game, early mid-game right now. And they got a kill on the most farmed hero on the side of Beastcoast with Whisper. So Whisper has gone down. He's now just going to TP immediately this top lane. Roar's on cooldown. He's not going to be doing anything for the next few minutes while he's TP top, at least for the next minute. So BetBoom will know that he died and immediately TP top. And now they have free movement on the map. Yeah, they're going to immediately smoke. They could kill Whisper again. That's where they've drawn on the map. They're going for Whisper again. They know he's got no TP. There was 2 calls they could have made then. Go for Whisper or go for the rest of the team knowing that Whisper can't join them. The smoke's out. He's going to send the Hawk. He knows something's up and gets the zombie out. 1 zombie's chasing and Mr. Whisper, in comes the TP from Daxix. Sprout for vision and see you later, Whisper. All the while, Notice has now got the armlet and he's just farming freely bottom. His team just made a 4-man gank and Notice is still farming the enemy side of the map. I mean, I think they're just a little scared to make a rotation on this guy. He's got 1600 HP with an armlet, 2100 HP with armlet. This guy's strong. Notice is a beast right now. Hey, they're probably scared that if they go and don't get the kill, TP support's going to come out and they're just going to turn it around. Notice is also sitting on Phantasm right now. So unlike a POS 1 CK that is constantly going to use that Phantasm for farming, this POS 3 CK wants to probably have that Phantasm up if there's going to be a fight. I will use it now just to try and secure a little bit of farm and scout. Sees that Chris Luck is around and just safely sits in the trees here hidden. We'll use the illusion to farm. Oh, don't show. Don't show Noticed. Don't show. He's actually going in. The Hawk coming in with the global TP. He's going to die before the Grimstroke stun even comes off. I mean, this is just a rout. It's just a rout. Stinger will go down as well. The Inkswell not going to help anyone. 11 kills to nothing. 6k net worth lead. Almost 7k net worth lead. I mean, with the support of Dahak on the global TP, Notice can be pretty much fearless on this side of the map right now. He's always going to have a +1, maybe even a +2. This is why Beastcoast were playing so scared. Because it's like, yeah, we see a CK illusion. In comes the blink with the toss. Lyle does pop the Hood of Defiance. Notice is in the backline, causing havoc. Tombstone is dropped. Haunt coming out. Spectre, they over Notice. They want to get this CK. They got the silence, and they will get the CK down. Inkswell will burst with no target. And this menace that was the CK has been running all over their map for the last 14 minutes does eventually fall. It respawned in 20 seconds, but it was quite a spree. 200, not too bad actually. A little bit of gold going over to Beastcoast, but still a 5k net worth lead to BetBoom. It was a good defense there. Tower didn't really take a lot of damage. I think Notice just got a little bit separated from his team. If he's anywhere near the Leshrac or the Nature's Prophet, I don't think they have any chance of killing him. There's just too much damage coming out from Leshrac right now. I love Leshrac's build. Hasn't gone for the Lightning Storm. Maxed out the Edict, early tower push with the Split Earth, making sure that your stun is dealing a lot of damage. Because interestingly, the stun on Split Earth, it's not the... Yeah. It's not the duration that scales on most stuns, it's the damage and the radius. That makes it a lot easier to hit that stun when you level it up. And there is some good setup for that stun. Especially Decrepify as well is a very nice setup. Slowing him down, you should be able to hit that stun pretty much every time on a Decrepified unit. TK will top the Phantasm. We got the Treants coming in. These are the greater Treants as well. So the Shard is up and running on Dahak. And he is strong. 30 Rapid Nature base damage as well. And this Rush is just dying. With the minus armor coming out from the Reality Rift, that's -7 armor reduction. 7 armor reduction. They do know what's happening. Zero will throw in the shards. Hawk is in the pit. Can they contest? It's getting low. They're going to have to go now. Tiny's going to be too late. Notice finds Tusk and he will fall. Lyle picks up the Aegis. And at the end of the day, it's an Aegis and a support kill to the side of BetBoom. Notice just casually walks up on the high ground. It does have the wood vision there, but not so much any vision to the south. Casually walks up on that high ground and says, yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that, Centaur. That's my Centaur. He is feeling ultra strong right now on notice. He has an invis rune, actually. Vision's being drawn down to the bottom jungle. This is where they've gone to farm. This is where we want to go to farm, and this is where they're going to come. They're setting up, maybe unnoticed. Lal is full HP.
Has been killed.
Moment, notice is just... Oh, Stinger. Oh, he sees him. He sees him. We'll wait it out. No ink swell for 10 seconds. Vector is TPing top. Haunt is available, but Stinger is TPing out as well. They are surrendering this tower with the Pugna Wood down and the Aegis Leshrac. There is no way they are contesting this defense. The hack here as well with the full Silver Edge. What are we looking at with the Silver Edge? Definitely disabling the Dispersion and the Desolate. And I guess the Inner Beast, but yeah, it's mainly for the Dispersion. And that Spectre is just going to feel like a blink in. But Force Major is behind Lal, just giving him the reverse suck. Just giving him the reverse suck. Notice we'll pop the Phantasm. Illusion's going up into the tower. Tombstone is down as well. Greater Treants are tanking the tower. I mean, this tower's going down. We got Greater Treants, we got Tombstone, we got a Pugna Ward. There is so much stuff they have to deal with. Haunt coming out, kicked in. Yeah, he just goes down, but there's a second life. Can they get him out? There's the Roar. Decrepify to save with the heal from Undying. And this could just be the game right now. Tiny flies back. Lal trying to get out and over to that Tombstone. Tombstone is no longer active though. Does get the pipe pop. Buyback from Pugna. Wants to TP across and keep getting the reverse suck. Keep him healed up. Notice is still sitting on the front line. Tanking all the damage. Greater Treants will try and get this. He will get it. The Greater Treants is so strong. Get the range racks. And that only cost a buyback from a Pugna. Otherwise, they're completely happy with that. They really pushed their advantage, BetBoom, then with the Aegis. And it turns out they just couldn't kill Lal twice. It was too much of an ask. Once, maybe. Twice? Absolutely not. Even when he was deep in their base. Now, Lal, is he going for a BKB? No, he's only going for Bloodstone. Bloodstone next. Invading, BetBoom. Lal looking for this. K1 Spectre. Notices here as well. Everyone's dropping wards. Everyone has vision. And Beastcoast are just vacating the area. The circle is drawn by Snako. We control this area here. Give it to us. This is our spot. Don't let them control it. They planted a ward. They marked their territory. And now they are smoking across the map. Who are they going to find? Possibly Stinger. Silence does come out the block from the shards, but they don't know. Noticed. He's actually on the other side. The Wrath of Nature. It's a DD rune. It's a DD rune on the offlane CK Jagira. Oh my goodness. Oh, Tusk. Oh, Tusk. There was a Tusk here. F's for Tusk. There was a Tusk here. He's no longer here. He was there a moment ago. Not anymore. Didn't even use the Reality Rift. Just walked up with the Chaos Strike and slapped him with that DD. Crit him for 1,000,000 damage. And Tusk said bye-bye to this world very, very quickly. And here we are again. It's the same plan. Tombstone. Nether Ward. Just reverse suck. Here comes the Greater Treants. How does Beastcoast deal with this push? What do you do? What do you do to this? You cannot fight into Tombstone Netherwood. And the thing is, they are planting them preemptively. This is we are taking this tower. They plant the Tombstone, they plant the Netherward, they have the Greater Treants, and they just put Leshrac out the front. And there's nothing that Beastcoast can do about it. There's just too much stuff for them to deal with. Even if they kill the heroes, they're going to die at everything else. And the tower's still going to go down at the end of the day. I mean, this smoke's going to end up being fruitless for the side of BetBoom. East Coast have already left. There's going to be a boar here who might feel their wrath, but it would appear not. Oh, actually, no. I think it will. It's gonna die. 4 seconds, 3, 2, and he will get the gold for it. 27 gold, plus 27. Fully micro, should have been sent the other way and not fed away. At 27 gold, that might be buyback. You never, ever know. TP coming up. Mass TP's bottom. Mass TP's. 1, 2, 3. Neko's here first. Lal and Force Major all in the bottom jungle of Beastcoast right now. Vision is... No one's actually got obs up on this hill. Obviously saw an opportunity bottom. They mass TP. Obviously, the Huck can be anywhere. He can be anywhere. He's got BKB. He can TP in anywhere and go ham. BKB is well unnoticed with the blink. This is incredibly scary. If the CK can get in on someone, get that level 2 Phantasm out with another DD. With another DD. Did he buy a bottle just to bottle DD runes? I think he did. He's got a gem as well. This is their raid boss right now. This is their raid boss right now. Hoping not switching to net worth earlier. I mean, it's pretty obvious. We knew this was happening anyway. It's 13k net worth lead. Top 3 cores on the side of BetBoom are just eclipsing Beastcoast. And Spectre just doesn't feel like a hero right now. Trying so hard to catch up, but got the illusions, which will help him farm a little quicker, but he just can't do it. He's still 2k behind the next highest net worth on the side of BetBoom. This offlane CK that may as well be playing a safe lane game. I mean, yeah, he's sort of being a little more... Now that he's got his core items, he's sort of doing a lot more sneaky stuff now. He's not just hitting creeps and leaving that over for the Nature's Prophet and the Emerald of Shrek, but... This guy's not mucking around. In comes the blink with the toss and the avalanche. And Snako will say bye-bye. They probably still want to defend these wards here on the side of BetBoom, even with Undying down. I think it would be worth defending. They have enough of a lead, they can probably fight 45, as long as all 4 are actually there. But it looks like Beastcoast have just left that area altogether and have headed to their large jungle camps. Smoke coming out, aggressive move from Beastcoast. Blink and BKB on Chris Luck. This is the timing that maybe they're working for. See it. But no opportunity. Inkswell will be wasted. Lal is hit. Tossed in. Did get off the cloak. Haunt comes out. Everything is going over onto Leshrac. The Bloodzone can't kill him. In the middle of the fight, BKB from Nose with the DD. Tombstone is popped. They're trying to get some damage down, but BetBoom have just been... They've been taken. They've been had. They've been absolutely had. The Leshrac got bursted. And it did look like Dahak was around. I mean, his BKB was... I think he just BKB'd and TP'd out. I think he was in there and smartly realized that that was not going to be a good situation to be in. And his BKB hit for a couple of times and just got out. But that is going to be a free Rosh for Beastcoast. Are BetBoom going to contest? They know it's happening. Scan comes out, but it's just too much. It's too much. The Desolate, even though it's only level 3, is too much. And all of a sudden, we have a game. Beastcoast have said, hang on a second, you thought this was over? You thought this was over. You've been stomping us. Noticed. Blink in with the stun and the rift. You will die. K1 almost loses the Aegis immediately. I mean, BetBoom are still ahead. A lot. This Aegis is really a farming Aegis, I would think. Not necessarily we're going to go take control of the map Aegis. It's a safety barrier Aegis. Yeah. It's an Aegis we're going to use just to make sure we can continue Spectre's farm. Because they know that if they can get late enough with a Spectre... And the Undying with the Grimstroke ult and the Tiny, particularly the Tiny as well, and they get laid enough with the Tiny, that they will have the damage. They will have the damage and the sustain. Lal taking down another tier 2. No more tier 2s for the side of Beastcoast. Meanwhile, BetBoom still have 4 outer towers, so the entire bottom side of the map is really safe for BetBoom. Noticed, rolling with the Phantasm, seeing if he can catch anything, but he's just going to farm at the end of the day. Or rather the start of the night. Does have the blink, he's looking, in blinks, come the stun with the rift, and the BKB will immediately be forced. I should have a look. Noticed, doesn't have level 20 yet, still 4 levels away to get that Rift Pierce's magic immunity. And Whisper and Gajira just going on the long range clearance train. We will kill creeps from a long way away. Meanwhile, the Hawk is killing creeps from a long way away as well, except he's doing it very, very safely. 18 seconds on teleport, actually. So his team need to be a little bit careful. I wonder if that communication has occurred. They did just back up there a little bit. I think that communication has come through that the Hawk doesn't have a TP for another 10 seconds or so. So just don't go running in and starting a fight right now. Prophet is not quite available. He is now. Teleportation is back up. So BetBoom can get aggressive once again. Just killing those. No shard yet on the CK, and I'm noticing that there is none queued up unless it's coming out to him right now. Doesn't appear to have a shard.
A tithe to the impurities.
Is he playing a little bit of a bait game here? Yeah, this is the main hero here. He's by himself. I don't think they're buying it. I don't think they're buying it. Does he have a bottle still? Whose bottle was that? They had a bottle. Oh, it's Lyle's bottle. Just passed it over when there was a DD available. So next item's coming up. We have the Greaves ready and available. Lyle has got that Bloodstone. Did have it in the last fight, but didn't manage to save him. Kyron Sand just complete as well. Now the DD's left the ball on the ground for the CK to come over. Force Major does have the completed Wraith Pact. Got that damage reduction, 30%, ready to go. And Dahak, his next item will be the Satanic. So he's going to have a lot of health and a lot of sustain ready. K1 needs to be careful. Stun comes out. Go the Rift. Will the stun come out? No. I mean, Snako wanted it. Snako wanted it bad, but it looked like the rest of his team just wasn't quite on the same page. Tombstone is down. Can you take the Tombstone cooldown? Okay, so it's not too bad, actually. Cooldown only 55 seconds with that cooldown talent, so definitely not scaling very well, not without the decay damage. If you want to scale as that Undying, you want to take decay damage, but I mean, he wasn't a 4, he was a 5. Mass TPs coming back this way. The Hawk seems to have spotted something. They've called it out. Smoke's gonna go. DD popped on noticed. Tombstone, 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Stun, blink with the rift. They're gonna hit. Stun will follow. Tombstone save. BKB is going to come out from the tiny. Everyone's popped a BKB. Lyle's in the background, but Tiny just goes down for the physical damage of the Edict. Gajira, he's just going to disappear as well. Global teleport coming in behind him. I mean, that might have been Beastcoast just getting a little lazy then. Just thinking that perhaps at 30 minutes into the game, BetBoom would have been happy to let this tier 1 go down, but BetBoom would not. They reacted so swiftly with the TPs to the tier 2 and the smoke, and the tier 1 is still standing. Tetra, etc. Welcome to the stream. How are you today? BetBoom are now advancing on the high ground. Vector no longer with the Aegis and doesn't yet have the Skadi. Used all that time and still no Skadi. Live on Friday, yeah, I'm doing a bit of casting tonight, so I am live tonight. It's Friday 8 PM. Blink in with the stun. Raw countered. Desolate is doing the damage. Can they get? Of course, yes. Can get the CK down. Stun will come out. Bloodstone heal coming up. Decrepified. Lyle is still alive on the front line. Getting Edie off again. There is a roll, but it will be just over to the Treant Protectors. Tombstone does go down, and they don't even lose the gold for it. So they do defend their racks. I mean, they lose a tier 3, which at this point in the game is going to happen, because as we say, when BetBoom are pushing, They have Decrepit or Nether Blast hitting towers. They have the Diabolic Edict hitting towers. They have Treants and Greater Treants hitting towers. They have an Undying Tombstone down. That's just going to be zoning. They have the Netherwood down that's zoning. Like, it's almost dead set impossible to defend that tower in that push. But I think Beastcoast did the next best thing. They get a kill on the offlaner, and they don't lose the racks. So that was really the best they could hope for. In the meantime, Chris Luck is getting big. He's got the blink. He's now working towards the Echo Saber, just getting a little more burst. Yeah, Friday EPM is party time. 100 biddies coming out from Tetra Etc. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy the stream, Tetra Etc. Is there a smoke coming out from BetBoom? Scan is used from the side of Beastcoast. They know where they are. They back out of their region again. Everyone's sort of together. It's almost like they're anticipating Beastcoast to make a smoke right now. There's an illusion moving through. The boars will die. And, oh, bird. Bird doesn't die, actually. Is there a gem? Oh, they lost the gem. The gem was unnoticed. I'll enjoy as much as I can before I fall asleep. Well, I better really start yelling at you so you don't fall asleep. That bird is actually providing, the hawk is providing vision in that area for another 30 seconds. That's going to be really good. But at the moment, both teams are just taking a moment. The reverse suck. Yep, reverse sucky coming out from Force Major onto Lyle there. Giving him health, giving him mana back, keeping his mid fully topped off. Bottom lane, K1 is slowly getting bigger. He's got the Skadi. He's looking for the Ags. If he can get to that Ags, all of a sudden the chances for stun from the tiny avalanche, and he will just walk away with the blink. They will lose their vision. And once again, BetBoom control this area of the map. This area of the map has been controlled by BetBoom for most of the game. And they're really keen to not give it up, as they should be. If you can control this high ground against a Radiant team, then there's not much Radiant can do. I mean, you can try and sneak out to this camp here. If you're really feeling risky, you can maybe make it out here and get on this bottom lane a little bit, but it's going to be tough. Smoke from Beastcoast. Is this the... Oh, this is the Ags reveal on the Spectre. The Shadow Step is ready. Actually, it's not ready for another 30 seconds. They have revealed it already. They did show that they're here. Revealed the smoke. Kill the Greater Treants, but now BetBoom know where they are. Invis Rune. Going to be picked up by Tiny. Does have a bottle. Spider Legs, notice. Just doing a little bit of scouting through the trees. Cutting him down. Both teams just tippy-toeing around each other right now. Everyone... BetBoom and Beastcoast both know where each team is right now. They know exactly where each team is. And they're just playing around it. They're saying, we'll just clear mid-wave and then we'll run back and then we'll let you clear mid-wave and then we'll run back. Kajira, he's going in. Over on the Force Mage, which doesn't have enough damage with the Shadow Step. Notice, BKB popped on Whisper. Roar coming out. Haunt is going as well. Bloodstone pop. Leash coming through. Undying in the middle. Amping up the damage. Stun. Manta dodged. K1 will make it away. Tiny is in with the Tombo. Undying goes down. BKB is popped. And Dahak, he's got a Satanic, but I don't think he's going to be able to get to use it. He has to invis and go away. He's trying to get out, but the TP, he's going to die first. It's a 4-man wipe. Leshrac does make it away, and once again, the timing on the Rosh. Could it be any better for Beastcoast? This is a game that BetBoom were storming, homie. Absolutely storming. They had this early tempo draft. They took the outer towers. They had an 8 or 10-0 lead in kills. And slowly Beastcoast have just played it safe. They've given objectives just so they can continue to get key items on heroes. And now they're at the point where this Spectre, he's now a big boy. You might say, but Spectre, but EPM, he's still only 18k net worth. The two highest net worth heroes of BetBoom are higher. Ah, yes, but Spectre is a carry who benefits greatly from farm. So the more farm that Spectre gets, the stronger that she's going to be. And she uses that farm more effectively than a Nature's Prophet does. A Nature's Prophet wants to be ahead on farm. If a Nature's Prophet is not ahead on farm, then you're not playing the hero correctly, because you can farm anywhere on the map. If you look at Nature's Prophet's skill set, none of these abilities really help Nature's Prophet fight. Furion's not going to be able to fight with these abilities. So, he's got another 4k net worth, but, I mean, he doesn't have fighting abilities. He can push towers, he can maneuver himself, he can even do a little bit with the Wrath of Nature. But, you look at Spectre. Shadow Step coming out. On Dahak. Dahak can't even show now. This Shadow Step is just going to immediately come out if Dahak even shows. Spectre with the Dispersion, the Desolate, the talents that are just slowly racking up. Around 350 health. Now a Basher. This could just spell the doom for BetBoom. Smoke coming out. It almost feels like desperation right now. They're saying we still have a little bit of a lead. It's an illusion. It's an illusion. Beastcoast are going to know exactly where Lal is right now, as the illusions just miraculously die from nothing at all. Shadow Step again. Look at Force Major, just giving it over to Lal, keeping him up. But it's this point in the game that BetBoom do not have a POS 1 carry. They have this offlane CK that hasn't really quite got there yet. He's actually fallen down. He was at a point higher net worth than all 3 cores on the side of Beastcoast, and now he's actually lower than all 3 of them. So, Noticed is really feeling it. He's lost the gem once, hopefully he doesn't lose it again, and he has not scaled at all. He wants to get the shard next, just to get a little bit of an instant power spike, be able to safely push the waves again. K1 also has this Cloak of Flames, like a little mini Radiance. This is exactly what you want to get on Spectre. Little mini Radiance, little Cloak of Flames, and just makes your Shadow Step and your Haunt just that little bit more effective. Of course, it's not a Radiance in terms of its damage, or even it doesn't even have miss potential. But it is 45 damage per second, or 30 damage per second on illusion. TP's coming in, mass TP's. Lal leading the way. Shadow Step will come out. I'll see them with the Hawk. Dagger will come across. Oh, notice it's stuck. There's another Hawk there, but the TPs will go out. They have forced the side of BetBoom all to this side of the map, apart from Dahak. He will be heading back safely to his tier 3 high ground, saying, I'm not so sure about where I can go right now. I'm just going to TP back to base and just think for a moment. And you know what, sometimes in a game of Dota, that's what you need to do. Sometimes you just need to TP back and have a think, especially if you're a Nature's Prophet. The enemy team might just be waiting on a creep wave, waiting for you to show. And if you go and give them that free kill, then you're going to be in trouble. Beastmaster actually has a refresher shard from the Roche, so this is double Raw. Got the mana for it. Raw is actually not that mana intensive, it's only 200 mana. So he's got double Raw, double BKB on this Beastmaster. That is scary. That's scary. This is the real Gajira. Fine, he's coming in with a stun. Gajira will go down. Gajira just looking for a little bit of vision there, trying to get some wards up. I mean, it's not going to be anything major on the map right now. He does have buyback, but there's still a Cheese and Aegis on the side of Beastcoast, so they're just going to keep playing as they would right now. They don't really probably see a need to get overly defensive, but at the same time, they're not going to get overly aggressive either, knowing that they don't want their tough staff to buy back to get back into the fight. And even if they did buy back, they don't have any boots of travel. They have no easy way to get back into the fight. Tusk is looking for the Ags, and he's not far away. Just being able to maneuver their heroes. If you can get one away from the rest, then Spectre can just go to town. You get that Desolate damage when they're away from allied heroes or allied units, and they're just going to melt to the pure damage of the Desolate. So if you can get that kick, that's really what it's. He actually spent his gold on a gem, so he's still now 2,000 gold away from that scepter. He's halfway there. Noticed he's still trying to get. Has he got the shard coming out? He did have the shard queued up, but it appears he's changed his mind and is trying to go for the Bloodthorn instead. That's a long way away.
Regeneration.
Sineko hasn't progressed in items for a long time. He's got a buckler, which is sitting on 2100 gold. Shadow Step coming out again. Chris Lark just waiting on the sidelines. Got the Silver Edge. Just seeing if there's an opportunity there. Bottom lane is pushing in. This is the advantage that BetBoom do have. They do have a way pushing in, and they have a Nature's Prophet. Mid-tier 3 tower is down. So this is an open racks. Something that they do need to keep in their mind, and this is the point when with a Nature's Prophet you start to consider, can I do a little bit of ratting? It's really hard. I'm just going to put it out there. With the Boar, with the Tusk, the Tiny with the Silver Edge, and the Blink, and of course with the Spectre with Haunt and Shadow Step. I mean, you got to be careful. Stun coming out with all the illusions. Can they get the kill off? They will! Snowball save does not come through fast enough. That's a triple Raw out of the picture. Gatira goes down as well. And the Aegis is gone. Moment knowledge. Trying to get level 25. Is he going to get Dispersion or Haunt damage? He will take the Dispersion. Chris Lark in the middle of the fight. Doesn't get the stun off. Silence coming out onto the Tiny, but he'll walk it off. Illusions coming out from the Manta, just trying to delay them a little bit. Stroke of Fate coming through as well. The Huck is here. Stun over onto the Tiny. Drops the cheese and the BKB. Buyback, double buybacks coming out. Remember, there is a triple Raw. Triple Raw if you can get them off. Triple Raw. 1, 2. 2 Raws. 3. 3 Raws. Is it enough? Here comes the Shadow Step. We'll get a kill. And Satanic is popped. Onto Huck. He's trying to man fight, and he can. The Satanic is enough. Tombstone is starting to really rack up some zombies on K1, and he has to back away. Tiny buys back. Double buybacks from Undying. And the Pugner as well. Dahak is low in the front of the fight. Stun coming in from Nose. This is onto a buyback. Tiny. Tiny. Silver Edge. He is seen. And he will go down. Tiny, that's out for 123 seconds. That last hit flying through. I can't believe no one could save him. Noticed. Coming in. Illusion with the axes. K1's got to get into the fight. He does have the Shadow Step. But he can't fight their whole team. And the Greater Treants are now getting to work. It's 60 seconds without the Tusk. I don't think they can fight this. Their towers are gonna melt. In they go. BKB onto Notice. I guess that's a fair trade, but the Rift comes back in. K1, he's down. Buyback coming out. Raw used. The no Raw now onto Notice. That is Megas. Bird stuns. Slows Notice's escape. Reverse suck coming out of Notice. Heal him up. Dark seeing the creeps. Tombstone's been laid down. Lyle, Diabolic Edict. He is level 25. So these towers are going quick. They have to get in there. K1, Beastcoast. If they have any chance to defend this, you have to go. The tower's gonna die. Undying pops the ultimate. Flesh Golem, amp that damage. Be a big boy, big Undying boy, but that's gonna be the game. GG is called, and BetBoom will take game 1 between BetBoom and Beastcoast in this elimination series at ESL 1 Stockholm.